Okay, boys and girls, it's English time. Last week we were learning all about myths. Do you remember what a myth is? We learned lots of different myths. And do you remember the features of a myth? Okay, I'm going to talk to you about what we did last week. We did Pandora's box, okay? And Pandora's box, I asked you to think about the lesson of the story, and lots of you came back with really great answers. Lots of you said, don't let curiosity get the better of you. If someone asks you not to do something, don't get too curious and do it. And also that no matter another lesson was no matter what bad things happen in the world, that we always need to have hope that something good is happening, okay? So there the lesson, and lots of you got that correct, and you really wrote it very nicely as well. So the features of the Greek myths were gods, goddesses, magic. There's a lesson in the story, like we just spoke about there, and also there is like mythical creatures, usually half animal, half human, and things like that, okay? And myths are made up stories to explain or teach us something about nature or some kind of moral lesson, okay? So we've looked at them, and now we're going to move on to legends. And that's our learning objective for today. It's to recognize the difference between myths and legends. So let's think about a legend, okay? A legend, as I told you the first week, a legend is a story about a true person or event that is told again and again and again by many people, and it has changed over time. So people have added little pieces to the story to make it more exciting, so that people get more excited when they hear it. They've added it, or it's just changed because some people forgot a little piece of the story and added something else in. So that's how it's changed over time. And some legends are thousands of years old. Okay, so that's a long time, and maybe lots of things were added on the way. So that is what a legend is. And today in your work, you're going to look at a little video of a legend, okay? It was a little bit tricky to find this one, but it's the legend of Robin Hood. And I've asked you some questions about the story of Robin Hood. I'd like you to answer those questions. Also, there's a challenge on there. We want to think about the character of Robin Hood, what kind of person he was. I want you to be thinking of your adjectives, and when you're watching the video, I want you to be listening out for the adjectives that you hear. And also I'd like you to think about, in the challenge, if you think there's a lesson to this story also, okay? So that's your English for today. Enjoy it, and I'll see you later. Bye.